Hey guys, welcome back to today's Trader. I hope you guys can hear me, can see me everything clearly. Just not sure that I'll come for the live today or not because the market is disaster and really it's kind of weird to stay over here and without framing any trade I'll close the stream or something like that. I don't know how to say, but this market is so difficult for me. However, I still will be here, but no pressure for me to go for a trade. I hope if I find something good, very comfortable, then maybe I'll be able to go for a trade. Otherwise, this is not a good market for me to trade. However, if you guys can hear me, please let me know that. And if you can watch my screen, everything, just let me know that, okay? Before going furthermore. Loud and clear, thank you. Good morning, Suzivan. Yeah, we can hear. Thank you, brother. Milang. Hey, brother. Jamil Bumdia. Thank you so much, guys. I'll just read the comment a bit later because after 30 minutes, the market is going to open. In short, would love to go for the overall view, but remember, I'm not so confident about this market. I'm really so confused and so like I'm frustrated with this market. However, Monday today's no news. Tuesday we have President Trump speak around 9 p.m. So I don't think so. We have to worry about anything else tomorrow as well. Wednesday, no news. Thursday, unemployment claims. Friday, PPI. So the whole week is good according to the news. Then I don't need to wait for any sort of news to release. We can go for the trade anytime we want. But otherwise, it's good. Okay, the news is good. I don't need to worry about the Forex Factory calendar. This is the chart. Would love to talk a bit over here before 9:30. And I came here for a Nasdaq 2026 contract weekly chart. This low and that low, they're the relatively equal lows. I have this sell side liquidity right now. This is that old wick that has traded here. That wick lower quadrant, you can mark the wick quadrant level. You'll be able to see it perfectly respected the lower quadrant of that wick. Body closed above the 50%. Now for this candle, I don't need to worry about the body. But when this candle over here, that candle traded that week, a specific week, I don't like the body close below the upper quadrant here. So you can see the before the last week, it perfectly respected the 50%. Last week, that means last Friday or last week, okay, it perfectly came to the lower quadrant. Body closed above the 50%, but it closed below the upper quadrant. I didn't like it. So if I'm expecting this is a bullish market and it perfectly respected that weak 50% or lower quadrant, whatever it is, it has perfectly respected that. I'm watching this week. I always need the body close above the upper quadrant of that week. But here the body has closed below the upper quadrant. That is a sign for me to look for a sell, and I'm really so confused about selling as well because of this dealing days. I'm talking for last 2 weeks. I really don't want to see this low to be taken, but the price is telling me this low is going to be taken. So this is very contradictory for me, very confusing for me. But however, I have to go against my feelings. I have to go according to the price action. I am bearish here. uh, Even though it is respecting so beautifully, but still I'm believing this is going to be broken and market will take the sell side liquidity. I'm not interested to look for any sort of buying opportunity. From the daily chart, you will be able to see this is the only daily bearish PDRA. There is no other bearish PDRA, and this is the only bullish PDRA. There is no other bullish PDRA. Either this volume imbalance or this volume imbalance plus FBZ. So this is the two area where market is actually bouncing from each other. I mean, it's coming here, this volume imbalance every day. Okay, this is the daily candle. 1 2 3 4 5, almost 5 candle trade this volume imbalance, rejected from there, send it higher, trade this bearish PDRA. You can see this bearish PDRA is trading over here. Now this is just jumping, and this is the candles, daily candle for last 1 2 3 4 5 6, last 5 to 6 days over here. To be honest, this is a low probable area to me where I have no idea what to do. I should look for sell, but this volume imbalance has to be broken here. One time is absolutely acceptable. I explained this, if you guys remember, like this volume imbalance has delivered the sell side delivery, then it has delivered the buy side delivery, this volume imbalance over here. So all the volume area has been perfectly balanced around this area. This volume balance is absolutely perfect and balanced over here. Now if it works as a support here, that means it's working as a FVG. I mean, what is called the FVG, that fair value gap imbalances, something like that type of things. It's using it like that way. So if it really would love to fall, it should break this volume imbalance so beautifully with speed, should not come back again to this volume imbalance. Instead of that, keep falling. It's absolutely not doing that, supporting this area so beautifully, as well as this bearish PDRA plus this new week opening gap over here. This candle close, this candle open. I think you can see me. This candle open, this candle close. There is small volume imbalance here, which is the new week opening gap inside this whole bearish PDRA. That volume balance is respecting over here so beautifully, as well as this whole area. Now, what to do? I should keep looking for sell. It is helping me not to look for sell. I should look for the buy because this low should not be taken. This is holding the market to going upside or upper side. It's holding the market. So this is the area where this market is deciding where it wants to go. It has to break this zone. As long as it's not breaking this whole zone, I will have nothing to do. Like this whole zone, it has to break this whole zone. While it is broken, I'm good to go for trading again. As long as it's inside this zone, it will keep bouncing. Today I will think, oh, now it's bullish. Tomorrow I'll think, now it's bearish. The day after tomorrow I'll think it's bullish again. Then it's bearish again. It's bullish again. It's bearish again. Something like that. However, I'll only keep looking for sell because this is more stronger to me. This bearish period is more stronger to me rather than this volume imbalance. So I would love to keep looking for sell as long as it's not going to prove me wrong. That means market is not going to close above this zone. I'll keep looking for sell. If we come to the 4-hour chart and just look at this area, see this area, that is that week from the weekly chart, that weekly chart. Okay, just don't get confused. If I need some PDRS from the weekly chart, then the next aligned time frame is 4-hour chart. Weekly 4 hour, daily 15 minute, hourly 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 minute, 5 minute 30 second, 1 minute 15 second. This is the aligned time frame to each other. I'd love to repeat it one more time. So if you guys, any of you would love to use it as a higher time frame or something like that, like weekly time frame aligned with 4-hour time frame, daily time frame aligned with 15-minute time frame, hourly time frame aligned with, not hourly, 4-hour time frame is aligned with 5-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame aligned with 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame aligned with 30 second, 1 minute aligned with 15 second. This is how actually I'm watching this market or aligned market. So if you see this weak quadrant levels, remember that big weak quadrant level traded before the last week 50%, last week lower quadrant, here it has been traded. At the same time, this is that high of the week, the week I have seen from the weekly chart, that is the high of that week, this big bold line. So this market came to the lower quadrant, it went back to the upper high of the week. This is the high of the week, so it's respecting that high of the week so beautifully. At the same time here, this is that 4-hour last FVG. This is the 4-hour bearish entry FVG. I just divided it by the quadrant level, you can see here. So it perfectly traded the upper quadrant level of that gap, okay, over here, this fair value gap, not a random gap, it's a very important gap, which is the entry gap, so beautifully respecting the upper quadrant. Last week it failed to close above the 50%, but this, sorry, before the last week it failed to close above the 50%, but last week it actually closed above the 50% of this gap over here. There is nothing to worry about that because this is the entry gap. If it was the last gap, then I was worried about this body close above the consonant crossband, but as it is the entry gap, I don't have anything to worry about here. However, this whole price action, you can see it's background jagged, something like that, jagging, no FBG, nothing. Simply weird price action, except this small gap which I'm going to mark over here from the 4 hour chart. Small gap, there is no other gap. So you can see over here it is actually respecting this gap in a very weird way. So I'm really confused how I can use this gap over here from the 4 hour chart. And more importantly, I'm watching this gap, this bullish gap over here, or the bearish gap, whatever you say, or you can just mark a gap area here, which is a perfect imbalanced area. So you can look for the balanced price range things or whatever it is. Market went higher, took all the liquidity, built the sell side liquidity here around this area, then went higher one more time, cleared that high last week. It has cleared that high. So beautiful strength was over there. Then closed over here. Market open yesterday, Sunday market open, violate this bullish fair value gap. So after clearing the sell side liquidity over here, so all the sell side liquidity has been cleared. Market structure shift over here, fair value gap, tap to this fair value gap, market keep going higher. I'll be extremely bullish. It didn't do that. Instead of that, it has cleared that swing high, it has cleared that swing low, build the bullish gap, build the bearish gap, leaving buy side liquidity, leaving sell side liquidity. This is very tough market to trade for me. However, I'm only interested to look for sell. If I find any short opportunity, I'll go for that. From the day hourly chart, same thing. The entry fair value gap, this is the last FVG, this is the entry fair value gap from the hourly chart. This is the equilibrium or the 50% of the hourly gap. As you can see, perfectly respected here. Went one more time above that high, took that liquidity with a shallow run, respected the 50% fake breakout over here. Again, this is the entry gap from the hourly chart as well. I don't need to worry about that. Not even a single bullish period over here from the hourly chart, except that small gap over here. Now I'm not going to mark this gap, but you guys can mark this small gap, bullish gap, that is respecting so beautifully. Actually, let me mark the hourly bullish gap rather than the 4 hour gaps. It will be easier for you to see. Except of this bullish gap, there is no other bullish period from this hourly chart. You can see here there is not even a single bullish period over here, not even a single bullish period. That is the hourly gap market is holding. So lowest down close, body close candle, order block, trade that order block over here. Now is this market keep going higher for this obvious liquidity over here, or this is going to respect this last gap or the volume imbalance plus the last gap, which is the last fair, I mean the new week opening gap, and then going to fall again for this obvious liquidity or the sell side liquidity over here? I have no idea. I've lost a lot of sell side liquidity there, I've lot of sell side liquidity over here. And if I look for the buy side liquidity, this is the only buy side liquidity so far. Then I have some buy side liquidity there, and then I have a lot of buy side liquidity above there. What is going to happen? I have no idea. Market is leaving both buy side and sell side. If any of you think this is a good market to trade, you're always welcome to go for that. For me, it's really so tough market to trade. This is that 15-minute last FVG from the 15-minute chart, leaving this sell side liquidity over here by trading this bullish fair value gap around here. You see this bullish fair value gap from 15-minute chart, trading here, trading the last FVG. What to do? I was thinking this could work as a resistance and market can fall, but it didn't happen. Tough market. Let's see what is going to happen around the regular opening. Okay. Don't worry, I'll clean my chart actually. It's not gonna look like this. So it came inside the new week opening gap, which is today's new week opening gap. On my right hand side, I'm just gonna clean the chart a bit. Remember, I'm not bearish, sorry, bullish. I'm only bearish. I only look for the sell. This is the new week opening gap, I think. Market didn't touch it yet. Oh, it didn't touch it yet. Oh, no, it has traded this ball new week opening gap. Okay. It has traded the new week opening gap, trade the opening gap 50%. This is the opening gap 50% as well. Everything has been traded. Let's see if I can find a selling opportunity. I have a lot of sell side liquidity. I have thousands of thousands sell side liquidity over here. I'm just nearest. I mean, just interested to see can it keep falling and like do something like that. So it traded the new week opening gap low, the 50% of the opening gap. So the bullish run should be done. Now it should start to fall. Let's see if we can find the fall or not. I think it's clear to see right now. Mhm. If you are bullish, please try to look for the buy. Okay, brother, please. I try to understand. This is a very contradictory market for me. I don't want to see this market will fall, but it is falling because the price action is making the fall. At the same time, I would love to look for the bullish run, but this bearish PTRA is holding the it's holding the market. So it's a very tough market for me. Just because of this last Friday, I took the off. I didn't come here last Friday. If you know, I had no like important job or something like that. No, I didn't have something like that. But I was afraid to trade this market. It was really so difficult for me to trade, and as you can see, it was disaster, absolutely disaster last Friday. So I'm also I mean afraid to trade today as well. I have no idea what I'm going to do over here. So if you are bullish, don't hesitate to go for the buy. I will not frame the buy as long as the market is not going to close above this bearish PDRA from the daily chart. So I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity. But if the market can close above the bearish PDRA from the daily chart, I'll be the happiest person ever. But right now, I'm not thinking this is going higher. It should keep falling according to the price action. I will keep waiting for the opportunity. If you'd love to blow the account, you're welcome. If you love to take the entry and get your boom, you're welcome. Whatever you want to do, you're welcome. I'm just gonna wait for the perfect or something very beautiful. Okay, not something like last Friday price action. Something that is gonna help me to go for a obvious trade. Maybe for 30 handle, 20 handle, but obvious trade, something like that. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if any of you are new over here. I think Apex still has 90% discount. So if any of you are going to take Apex account, then please make sure you have used the code T2T. For Take Profit Trader, 40% discount, no activation fees, daily payout. The code is same, T2 Wizard. In my opinion, this is the best for now uh, among all the prop firm because they don't have the rules. So if they don't have the rules, it means they're going to give you the freedom. I'll talk about the I mean prop from actually last week. ICT talked about a prop from a lot about the prop from a lot of logical things he has explained. Nobody is explaining them. So I'm really grateful for ICT for explaining or for sharing these true words. So if any of you didn't watch it, you guys can take his Twitter space last week space. You'll be able to listen them. This is the harsh truth about the prop firm. A lot of people is not going to like it because that's gonna hurt their prop firm business. But it's okay. I personally like Take Profit Trader TPT. That's the best, just because they don't have the rules. Good morning, Sinop, Apex Band, Gold and Silver. The more days are coming, the more difficult these prop firms are going to be. So you are in the golden era. Okay, so if you can make some money, make it right now from the prop firm. What do you want to do in this market right now? Watching this market, what do you want to do? You can say, brother, I would love to take the buy. You can say, brother, I would love to look for a sell. Now if you'd love to look for a buy, you will have 1000 explanation of taking the buy. If you want to take a sell, you will have 1000 explanation to take the sell. But the real question is this market tradable? At least right now, over here. Is this bullish? Is this bearish? What it is? What it is doing over here? Ask this simple question. Don't force the market. Don't force yourself to go for a perfect gamble trade. Okay, don't do it. Keep watching. Watch this market carefully, then take your decision. The more you will watch, the more you will learn, the more you will get a better price action, a better opportunity. The faster you will take the action, it's gonna be disaster for you. Sniper has given an entry 29. What is sniper? Thank you for reminding us not to be in a hurry to take a trade. Quality is always more important than quantity. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, man. Those people who are using your funded account, you should be more careful. Very, very, very careful. But if you are trading through your challenge account or the paper trade, you guys can take some risk, like paper money, challenge money. It's just okay. But funded account, be very careful to touch this market. It's always better not to touch this market. It's always better not to touch this market. I promise you, brother, you'll be happy. I don't know how many people has blown the funded account last week. I believe a lot of people blown the account, accounts last week. But if you wouldn't touch it, maybe just one or two trade. If it works good, if it doesn't work, just let it go, something like that. At least you wouldn't blow them. And the price is gonna be good very soon. Very soon it's gonna be so beautiful. It's just waiting for some sort of event to break this zone. I don't know what type of event, but it's waiting for that event. When the event will be there, man, you will see the best price action ever. So please be prepared with your funded accounts while the price is going to be good, and you will be able to make a lot of money. But in that time, if you are wasting your time pass the challenge account, then you will miss the opportunity to build the money. So make sure you are passing the account now, building the funded account, and the while price is gonna be good, you will notice you will see that price is good. You will be able to see that. You don't need to worry about that. Everyone will know this is a good price action. When you will see that good price action, you will make a lot of money. So please don't blow the funded account right now in this bad price action. Try to survive over here and make sure you are building more funded account by passing the challenge account. Go with take profit trader. They're the best. Don't no need to use my code, use someone else code, but go with take profit trader. They're the best. They have no rules. They're not going to give you a boundary. They're only giving you a freedom to make some money. And if you want to use the code I am using, like T2 Wizard, I'll be grateful to you. That's all. But if you don't want to use it, no worries. Use someone else's code to get that 40% discount. But go for that. That will change your perspective. So here I got the market structure shift over here. After getting the market structure shift, I'm just thinking about the volatility around this area. As you can see here, here it's 48 handle. So I don't know what to do. And any kind of fair value cap over here is gonna be my selling opportunity. But the way this candle is falling, I don't think so it's gonna give me anything. Over here, this market fall and gave me the market structure shift. I have the sell side liquidity here, there, up sell side liquidity here, and finally I have this big sell side liquidity here. So I'm now interested to look for a sale after getting that market structure shift. Just need to know how it is going to trade this gap. I'm not going to take the sell from this gap. The reason is, if I would love to take the sell from here, for example, it tap here and it went until that area, low of that opening up one more time. What is going to happen? I have to take a risk, take sell here, at least over here. This is the last gap as well. See this gap, breakaway gap. If I cover that breakaway gap, 64 handle. So either I have to take the entry from here somewhere. I don't know. I think here somewhere. Or if I take the entry from there, if it gives me that entry, or of course it will give me, by the way, stop loss has to be here, somewhere here, okay, right? Around this area. Now, if I do that, for example, I took the entry over here and market actually just interested to trade the 50% of this gap, we did the damage. I'm gonna get a stop out over here. So I'm not going to take the entry from this gap. Instead of that, I will see if it can break a I mean, sorry, order block to give me a selling opportunity. So I'll try to take the sell from the order block, not from this gap. And if it doesn't come to this gap, it's absolutely perfect. I don't need to chase the market. I'll keep waiting. So if it come to this gap, I'm not taking the trade. If you can take the trade, go for this. Okay, no problem. Take you put your stop loss at least above this breakaway gap, and then you can go for this trade. I'm not able to do that, cover that stop loss by 80 handle, 60 handle, so I'll not go for this trade. Instead of that, we'll see if it can provide a order block entry so that I can put a smaller stop loss. Up to you guys. This is the weird thing in this market. Okay, if it was a good market, then what would happen after coming here? A bit consolidation, absolutely acceptable. And then when I got the market structure shift, it would immediately trade this gap without this type of big candle and big fall suddenly, right? It was consolidating, 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 and suddenly it started to fall. What a big gap! What a big fall! This is called weird price action. You're consolidating, you build the setup, you give me the entry opportunity, and then you fall like this way. Absolutely acceptable. But like this way, it is unnatural, not logical to me. However, I believe it will go high here at least to this gap. 100% it will come over here, and then I'll see if I can find any sort of bearish order block to take the sell. If any of you are finding any buying opportunity, please go for that. And please make sure that you have pushed the like button, subscribe to our channel, whoever is new. So far we have 11,812 subscribers. Are you streaming on phone? No, I'm not streaming on phone. Lead trades. Uh, you can switch the stream. Okay, just go to the live streaming area through the YouTube, and you will see there is two live is one. So if you're watching from your phone, then you can watch this one. If you're watching from your laptop, just switch the stream. You'll be see two stream over here. One, two. This is the one actually who are watching from the laptop or what is the screen, long screen. They're going to watch it. I don't know why it's not loading. Just make sure you push the like button and subscribe to our channel. Please, guys, don't forget about that. Good morning, Jamie, who am 91 points, covered the shot. Congratulations, Shirke, for your boom, brother. Good morning, team. Please take a moment and press the like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notification. Please don't forget to turn on the notification. Don't lose hope, don't lose your energy. The good times are coming. Okay, the good times are coming. You're just preparing for the good time, so no need to worry about anything else. You're going to get the best price action ever very soon. Even I'm thinking that today you can get that opportunity, or today's price can be beautiful. As long as it's not coming to this gap, I'm not thinking about any sort of sell. This is the most logical gap to me this market has to reach. Look at this candle. It's gonna work as an order block, send the market here to this gap, from this candle to this gap, here to here, called reaction. So this lowest down close body close candle will work as a order block, send the market higher to trade the bearish PDRA. After trading this bearish PDRA, I'll start to look for selling opportunity, and this bullish order block is going to work as a breaker block, something like that. Yeah, that's why I told that it should work as a bullish order block, at least for the reaction. Send the market until here. At least the reaction of this candle should send the market until here. It's a short-term buying opportunity from there, but I'll just go for the long-term sell. That's all. Not going to take this buy over here. As my bias is not bullish, so I'll not frame any buy. I'll just let all the buy go and will try to look for sell. If there is any selling opportunity, I'll go for that sell. That stop loss over here. 32 handle. Awesome. You're sleeping here. I'm not sleeping, brother. I'm just watching the market. That's good. The reaction sent the market to the bearish period. Now it's time to look for a selling opportunity from this gap. So I'll try to look for some sort of selling opportunity from there if I can find any, actually. If any of you would love to take the buy, please go for it. I'll not look for the buy. I'll just look for the selling opportunity. If it provide me any sort of selling opportunity, I'll go for that. I was thinking about a order block. Now I'm going to switch that. I'm sorry. I'm going to throw that idea from my mind because this candle I can't use as an order block. It's gonna be like 100 handle stop loss. So I'm not interested take that 100 handle stop loss. Let's see how many handle is that. Okay, 62 handle actually. Sorry, I'm saying 100. So I can't take this 62 handle stop loss. So I can't go for this trade from this order block. We'll see if it can provide me anything else to go for the sell. I'll try to catch that one. Whoever is interested to go for the buy, you are welcome to go for that. Please don't miss the trade. I'm just not interested to look for buy, so I'm not going to take the buy. I'll start to look for selling opportunity. If I find that, I'll go for that. Good morning, all. Kindly take a moment to smash the like button and hit subscribe. 11,812 subscribers. So today we have already got two new people. Thank you so much to both of you who have joined our streaming. Thank you so much, brother, for joining our streaming. If you are looking for buy, don't switch your bias. Keep looking for the buying opportunity. But if you are looking for sell, then I'm showing you every single opportunities to take the sell or every single area to look for that sell. You guys can choose any, or maybe you can wait for your own setup to create before going for any sort of trade. I really appreciate it. But if you are bullish, please don't hesitate to take the buy. Go for it. I'm not bullish, so I will not take any sort of buy. I'm not interested for this market to see it's going higher. Instead of that, I'd love to see it'll keep falling. I'm more interested to look for sell. Why everyone is so quiet? Who are in a trade right now? I have nothing yet. Simply I have nothing. Look at the 15-minute chart. You will see a lot of things from there from 15-minute chart. Neither it's building any sort of bearish fair value gap or nor it's building any sort of bullish fair value gap. Nothing is happening over here. This is a disaster market. I hope we're going to get an opportunity, at least one, catch that sell, catch that. It's gonna happen very. Nice SMT, right? Nice SMT. Who the people you are looking for this as an SMT? For your kind information, this is called fake SMT. That means the weakest sister has cleared that low, while the strongest sister failed to clear that low. That means the strongest sister will be back, clear that low. Even if there is no liquidity, this market doesn't care. It will be back to clear or to make right SMT. Something like fake SMT to be corrected, should be corrected. Keep that in your mind. Those people who are interested about SMT. Sad to admit, this is a bad day for me. I FOMO and really bad timings. Agree, Vic. It happens with most of the people, so no need to worry about that, brother. It happens with most of the people, and that's why I told most of the time. go with paper trade. If you do something wrong, you are just going to lose a paper account or maybe maximum challenge account just to feel the market, feel the pain, because these challenge accounts are very cheaper. So either go with the paper trade or the challenge account. Don't go with the funded account, please. And it's nothing to be sad. It's the part of the game. Almost every people in this world blow the account. That's absolutely normal. Larry Williams blown a lot of account, brother. Trust me. Otherwise, he wouldn't stop with 11,000. He would stop with like 15,000, right? Wherever he went at all-time high. I think it was 15,420, something like that. Then from there, he'd keep losing, keep losing, keep losing, and finally stop around 11,000, 1100,000 actually. 10 a.m. Trump at event. Really? Trump is now going to speak? Oh man, I was almost going to frame the trade. I was just watching if it could build another order block except that one to frame the sell. And now Trump is going to speak. Let's welcome Trump with the price action. We can maybe forget my start. Oh man. Treat it as a business, and business can't be light. There is no excuse. There is no nothing kind of like I forgot, I sorry, no nothing. If you are treating it as a business, treat it as a business. There is no room for mistakes. No room, brother. It's not an hobby. It's not an like some kind of leisure activities. No, it's not something like that. It's the freedom. It's the future. It's gonna make up your dream true, your family's dream true. So treat it as a serious business. I know 90% of the people doesn't treat it as a business. They just think it's pushing button, buy yourself, make the money, go and go for shopping. Call the girlfriend, okay? Hey baby, I just won $50,000. Let's go for shopping. Oh baby. No man. This is now it's not working. It's a serious business, man. It's not baby calling. I'm just winning that much money. I'm just going for the shopping. Not like that way. I logged on with my challenge account, so now only paper allowed. Wow, awesome short week. Thank you so much, brother. Hey Dora, while laughing. Now, to be honest, at the beginning when I started the stream, I started the trading in 2016, end of 2016 actually. I'm just waiting, and as the Trump is going to speak, I'd love to give a small space for Trump to finish his speaking. Then I'll frame the trade, okay, if I find any. But I'll just keep looking for sell. I'm just not interested to frame any sort of trade right now while Trump is going to speak, in my opinion, okay? When I started around in 2016 trading, and first few days was awesome because I was a perfect retail trader. I studied a lot, a lot, a lot. You have no idea how much I studied before starting the stream. I mean, you guys do the paper trade, right? I started paper trading after 6 months, 4 to 5 months, not 6 months, 4 to 5 months. This whole area, I was taking notes, I was watching video, I was watching every possible thing, like everything. I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure that I'm gonna be a winner, not a loser, because I heard that 99% people are losing in trading. So I wanted to be a different person with a different perspective, with a different win-loss ratio. So first few days was awesome. Of course, there was no prop firm. It was a X. mm, what was that platform name? I don't remember exactly right now. Uh, Xness or something like that. But this type of platform, okay, I just don't remember. No, not FTMO. FTMO came much more later. FTMO than my fund fuse, they came later. Right now, I'm just not what doing anything. It was a MT4 platform. I just don't remember. Xness, yeah, absolutely Xness. It was Xness, I guess. It was an MT4 platform. So not MT5, now MT3. It was an MT4 or yeah, MT4 platform. First few days, oh man, it was just awesome. I didn't know. about the risk management as nothing. Okay, I just push the button. I saw that market is going toward my direction because from that support I added more. There was no stop loss, nothing. Like I think I put 1,000 euro, $1,000, something like that on my account, and it was just making the money. And I call my like friends. Oh, I was in Denmark, so I called my friend. Hey man, I won like 500, $400 or something like that. Let's go for shopping. Let's go for shopping. Hey, it was just fun. Okay, whenever I get time, I just came. I trade. Sometimes I took loss. Sometimes, most of the time, I'm getting win. Last 4 to 5 days. I'm sorry, first 4 to 5 days, not the last. First 4 to 5 days. It was awesome. Okay, every day was like holiday. So let's go to the beach. Okay, it's time to enjoy the life. We are going to get our freedom from trading. And slowly, 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 this market show its own, own face and break me into pieces. So by the time of 2019-20, I was thinking that it's not for me. Trading is not for me. I can do anything else, but trading, no, it's not for me. I I can do everything, whatever I want to do, but I'm not gonna make any kind of money from trading. It's absolutely gambling, pure gambling. Guys, I have nothing to do over here, just watching this area, how I can use this area. Okay, I still have nothing to do. I'm only bearish, I'm not bullish, but still there is nothing I can use to take the sell or go for the sell. Right now I have simply nothing over here. I'm just watching this gaps, how it is going to work. Can I use it as a trap gap? So market has to fail to take this high, market is to fail to take that low, has to go higher. It show me that bullishness, and then it will fall, give me any sort of bearish gap over here. I'll try to take the sell from that bearish gap instead of the order block, because the order blocks are more bigger rather than the FBG right now. So I'm not able to use the order block. Instead, I would love to need this fair value gap over here. So I think it's going to give me that right now. Just let's see if it really can give me that fair value gap right now. If it gives me that and the was stop loss is good, I'll go for the trade. First trade for today is uh Trump is still speaking. Anybody can tell me that? Come on, brother, please don't fall like that way, man. Come on. I just need a gap to go for the sell. Ah, I wish it's going to give me that gap. There's two opportunities for me to go for this trade. The first opportunity is I'm gonna take the entry over here, going to put my stop loss over here. It's a high probability that I'm not going to miss the trade. Or I have to take the entry over here to cover the stop loss to the most logical level. I mean, wherever the stop loss has to be. I'm just going to choose this second option, go for this trade. So if it can come here, then I'll be in this trade. Then I'll be looking for the selling up, and I mean, it will keep falling. I'll be with that fall. If it just simply tap to this low and then keep falling, according to the logic, it's absolutely okay, perfectly okay. But I'll miss this trade because I can't cover the stop loss. So I'm going with the second option. Third option is I'm going to take the sell here and going to put the stop loss over here, going for this sell side liquidity. I'm just not going to take this sell. I mean this opportunity. Okay. So I'll either try to enter from here or I'll let this run go. The first trade for today. I hope it's going to work here. That's the entry. Target is the sell side liquidity over here with a 30 handle partial. I'm just randomly taking the partial over here, 30 handle partial. 1 is to 1, okay? So 31 handle, 31 handle, something like that. And then I'll try to hold the trade as long as it wants to fall, if it really would love to fall. The first trade for today, let's see what is going to happen. Remember, 31 handle is more than enough. I don't even need that 31 handle. It's more than enough for being profitable. You even doesn't need to hold the trade as long as here. You can simply close the trade over here around 30 handle. You can close the trade over there as well. It's enough to be profitable if it provide me, of course. If it doesn't, then of course it's gonna be a losing trade. Its 14 handle has been delivered already. uh, 15, 17, 19, 19, 19, 19, 21, 22, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 17, 14, 12, 13, 16, again 15. There you go, 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 man. Come on, 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 come on. Almost to the D box, going to shoot. No. The defender defend the ball, send it higher again. Let's see. Ronaldo, 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 Ronaldo. Oh man, come on. Messi stopped him again. Let's go, Ronaldo. CL7. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't don't make badass. So partial has been cleared. The stop loss where? To the break even. No need. I'll just take a bit risk over here. We'll put it above this high, around this area. I'll take this risk. You don't need to take it. Just put it to the break even. Just put it to the break even, okay? Or close the trade right now. It's 46 handle. Come on, guys. 46 handle, not bad. Just close the trade. If you don't want to, put it to the break even. Or put it a bit higher. But you don't need to take that risk. I repeat, you don't need to take that risk. Put it to the break even, or even close the trade. That's also more than a like profitable, man. You should be profitable. So Ronaldo goal! CR7, let's go, man. Let's go for the hat trick. Are you watching football on the side? Oh no, I was watching this current market actually. I was kidding. Otaku. 24890 good resistance. 24890 good resistance. Okay. I'm watching this down close candle over here. See this down close candle? I'm just watching this down close candle. Can it hold the market, send it lower? That's my highest priority over here, that down close candle. That candle previously worked as a support here, sent the market to the bearish PD area. That was a perfect reaction from here to here. And after that reaction, when this market fall, I just needed this gap to take the sell. Okay, I got stopped out. Okay, so it's a partial trade, not a boom. Unfortunately, it's a partial trade. We'll see if I can find another boom. Okay, but look at this candle over here. How difficult to trade this market. Just look every single candle, how difficult it is, right? I think some of you got that boom. Is there anyone who got that entry? Is there anyone? Two four. Okay, a boom on paper. Congratulations and boom. I will try to take another sell actually. Just let me. I can't use this candle as an order block. Unfortunately, it's a huge candle, right? I can't use it. I have to look for better things. By the way, I'd love to see if I wanted to go for the trade here, how much it has provided. 36 handle was not enough for taking the partial. Was that? No. Just 41 handle, so still I wouldn't take the partial. I would still be in this trade. Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to find out anything over here to take another sell. It's going to fall for this sell liquid. I'm so much confident about that. So I'm just waiting for another opportunity. Now, this candle I can't use as an order block. Why? Because it's a huge candle. If I take the entry with this candle and stop loss is above this, which is 45 handle, I'm not interested to do that. So either I have to take the entry here, cover the min threshold, or I have to try to take the entry from the min threshold to cover the high. I have to take any of this risk. I'll see if I can find anything good over there. Hey guys, don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if you are new. Trump did not start speaking yet. Thank you. Okay, nobody is interested to write down boom to me. It's okay. Mohiu, boom. Thank you so much, brother. Boom. I exited full trade at new day opening gap. Oh, you are in that trade, Sophia? Congratulations, sister, for your boom. Trump did not start speaking yet. Okay, thank you so much, Tamimi. FL Trader, boom. Thank you so much. So much volatility. Absolutely, brother. Hi, brother. Have it based on macro for challenge account. Congratulations, brother, for your boom. I think you got the boom, brother. I hope so. Was in from fair value gap. So boom for me. Congratulations, brother. 20 to 30 handle is provided. Trade closed. Wow. Congratulations. Boom. Thank you, Jamie. Jerry, thank you, brother, for boom. I took in Eval, brother. Boom. Congratulations, Suzivan, for the boom. Thank you. Apex sells 90% discount, 25K account $18.70, 50K account $19.70. End February 24th. Use code T2T. So I think 2 days left. Please use the code T2T. Get that offer from Apex. As well as Take Profit Trader, T2 Wizard, Blue Garden Futures, T2 Wizard, Lucid Trading, T2 Wizard. If you guys using any of this prop firm, you guys can use our code if you want. This is a bearish market for ES. You can see clearly, right? So there is no confusion. This is a bearish market. Do you have any confusion? You don't have any confusion. I know that. This is the Nasdaq market sideways. Yeah, after that fall, which is this leg over here from ES, this leg and that leg are the same leg. So this leg is not making this is a bearish market. Here, this leg looks like it's making it as a bearish market, but it's sideways. I'm not interested to see this type of sideways market over here. I want to see this type of fall. See this fall? It should happen in Nasdaq market as well. Because what did I tell you about this low? Some of you are thinking this low has cleared over here, right? This low has been cleared over here. I talked about this SMT. It is called fake SMT. This low has cleared over here, where Nasdaq failed to clear this low, right? Here you are seeing this is a SMT. I'm saying this is a fake SMT. That means market, I don't know it will fall, take that sell liquidity or not, but this low is not going to be intact like that way. All I needed some sort of run toward through this low, which I have got over here. See this two candle so strongly closed below this low. That's a sign that market is going for this sell side liquidity over here. Let's see. I just need to wait for the next opportunity. Belmont, boom. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Thank you. I love you, man, for the penguin. Boom. I got out early with 15 handles because everyone started talking about Trump and now it hit my target. Oh, well, still you are profitable, brother. Greg. I know it's a small profit, but still you are profitable. As long as you are profitable, I'm really happy. The day you will think, oh, if I were in that trade, it would hit my target. That day you are going to blow your account. And that day will think, oh man, I closed earlier with 10 handle, 5 handle, 7 handle, 15 handle, whatever it is, and later it went to my target. Wow, what a prediction I did, man. I was the wizard. I am the best. I'm the best ICT trader. That's the day you are going to make the money. That money is gonna be kept on your account, in your account. The thinking process, you have to change the thinking process. If you get frustrated because it hit your target but you close the trade earlier, it's the sign of blowing the account. But if you close the trade earlier and later you saw it hitted your target, it means that and you are thinking that your analysis was so good because it went exactly where you were expecting. You're thinking about your precision, you're thinking about your ability. not like you close the trade. There is no relationship with your entry, closing, or anything. It's all about the price action. They will think like that way. It's your real, like, real born time. You really born as a trader. But yeah, of course it can be different man to man. It's vary, but it's my perspective. It's my uh thinking. Today we have found one trade. I know it's a partial trade. So just for how many handle? I think 31 handles, something like that. Very small trade, but it's still a good trade in my opinion. I'll just think about a new trade if I find anyone. Please make sure you push the like button, subscribe to our channel if any of you are new, and let's grow world together. In 2019 or 20, as I'm waiting for another setup, if I find, of course, I'll go directly to that chart. 1920, when I was thinking it's done, I'm not even ready to trade paper money. So I was thinking like that way because I've already lost a lot of money. All the things I've just lost. I was really frustrated. I was thinking, how can people get profit? How can they trade this market? And every single time, how can they get the boom again, again, and again? I'm not getting it. How they get that? Because I was watching a lot of in that time. I was not using the X, to be honest. So I was in YouTube only, and in YouTube I was seeing when showing this, it's working so beautifully. But when I was going to do that, it's not working. So either they're lying or I'm missing something, right? Otherwise, why it's not working to me? Finally, I discover it's not about uh, my mistake. It's not about they're showing something wrong. It's all about your point of view of the market, how you are looking at the market, and what you are doing. When I have understand this small logic, I started to grow. I started to learn. What the point of view? Point of view means before starting the trade or before starting the session, when I open my chart, I have a point of view depending on the chart, depending on the candles, depending on the PDRS, whatever concepts you are using, depending on your knowledge, you will have an idea. This is a bullish market or this is a bearish market. This is the only thing that was missing from my trading. What I would do most of the time, I opened my chart and I have decided to go for sell, only sell, okay, because my price action or whatever I was using in that moment, maybe butterfly, okay, there was a beautiful butterfly. I don't know I will be able to mark it or not, just something like this. Something like the butterfly or something like that, okay. I mean, I don't exactly remember. There was an indicator that would mark it for me actually automatically. I love this butterfly lot of the area. So if it here, I would love to take the sell. Oh, sorry. If it here, I would love to take the buy. If it here, I would love to take the sell. And around this area is the consolidation area. So something like that. Let me actually bring it over here. Something like this. It's been a long. I'm watching it. This was the butterfly effect, okay. So this is the area where this market is going to do this consolidation or this butterfly effect. This high can't be taken, this low can't be taken later. This helps me a lot to understand these gaps actually. But and then finally when this will fall, will be very near or relatively equal lows of support. It's going to build a support here. That's the area to take the buy. Around that area, it's the time to look for the buy. At the same time, first what will happen? Market will go higher, it will fall, it will reverse, then I mean all of these things will happen like this way, like this way, like this way, and then fall, then go higher around in this area. This is on butterfly. There can be a small butterfly here. There can be a long butterfly over there. This is how I started I used to trade this butterfly. However, whatever concepts you are using, there is nothing wrong with your concept. The only thing is your expectation, the point of view. So at the beginning I was thinking I'll only look for the sell in that butterfly effect. I'll only go for the sell. So either I'll go for the trade here or I'll go for the trade here. I'm not going to take this trade or that trade over here. I'm not going to take them. When I decided that, and I was seeing this market so beautifully, and by anyhow I missed this trade, just because of any reason I missed this trade, I started to doubt myself. I started to look for buy because it seems like a bullish market to me. Suddenly, suddenly, I mean, out of nowhere, I was thinking this is a bearish market. I mean, sorry, this is a bullish market. But at the beginning, before the market started or the session started, I was thinking this is a really bearish market. Now, suddenly, I moved my uh, point of view. I started to look for the bullishness. That is the only thing I was doing wrong. If I am bearish, depending on whatever I was using, I am bearish. Bearish means I'm bearish. I don't care this is a bullish market or this market is for bullish for forever. I really don't care about that. If I'm bearish and I'm seeing this is a bullish market, I will try to catch the retracement leg. I am bearish and I'm seeing this is a bearish fall. I will wait for the retracement to take the bearish fall again. So whatever it is, I will only look for the bearishness. No bullishness, no bullish entry. So here, when it tapped to this candle, see this order block, I know it can give me the reaction until this gap, right? This is the most logical gap. So it's not the gap. It's the first gap. You can use this gap as your buy if your bias is bullish, whatever it is. I'm watching the market right now. If there is any opportunity, of course, I'll go for the trade. So no need to worry about that. I'm just talking, but I'm missing the price action. Nothing like that way. I'm just watching this market, nothing else. Here, nothing. I have nothing. I'm keep waiting. So when I saw this bullish order block, I didn't know that it will come over here. What it could do, it could simply take that high, trade this gap, that gap only, and then fall on more time. Then it could come here by building another order block. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to skip this buy run, that order block. I know this is a reaction, but I'm not interested to catch that run. I will observe that run. I will frame that run for by the tool, but not going to take this run. I'm not interested to take that buy over here. But brother, that was a very beautiful run. I don't care. That was the first mistakes most of the people I believe they do at the beginning or before starting the session, because of their price action knowledge, whatever knowledge they have, they think this is a bullish or bearish market, and when they are in front of the chart, suddenly they forget everything, and then they just started to change their bias. This should be corrected. This should be corrected. You can't go for these things. I mean, you can't go for bullish to bearish, bearish to bullish. But brother, people are doing that, man. Trust me, they're not doing it in a good way. They're not doing it good way. If you do that, you will see only harmness from this market. So stop that things. A lot of things will be changed. What do I mean by that? I'm bearish, market is bullish. I'm just watching the market. I'm enjoying it. I'm framing the buy, not taking it. I'm framing them, but not taking them, waiting patiently for the bearish movement. I'm wrong, not going to take any trade. Or maybe I tried one time, it didn't work, I'll let it go. Because if you are bearish and this is a bullish market, you will get rarely opportunities to take the sell, right? If it is a bullish market. So maybe you got one, it was a bullish market, you are bearish, you got one, and it's a losing trade or maybe winning trade. You should be happy. Stop over there. But don't switch from bearish to bullish, bullish to bearish. Don't do that. Trend is your friend. It's not going to happen, my friend. It's not going to happen, man. Not always. It's very rare case where the one day we'll see market is just bullish means bullish. Up, retrace, up, retrace, up, retrace, up, retrace, or maybe down, a bit retracement, again down, again a bit retracement, again down. It's very rare. Most of the time, this market is this type of manipulative market. So fall, high, fall, liquidity is going to be grabbed now. After grabbing the liquidity, then market will start to fall again. This grabbing liquidity will make you confused, and then you will switch your bias to bullish again from the bearish. That will bring you the disaster. Please don't do that. Trump started speaking now. Are you sure, brother? Okay, let's see. Weird setup, bro. Are you on the phone? I'm not on the phone. I have already told that if you are watching from the what is I mean the laptop, then switch the live streaming window or something like that. So here, those people are watching from the laptop. Please come to this link. Let me put it over here. But if you're watching from your phone, you can watch it from there. It should be absolutely good. I think yeah. Gonna bring you here, I guess. 12, not 12. It should be 13. Yeah, 13. I got 3 subscribers today. Thank you so much, guys, for subscribing to our channel. So I'm watching this butterfly as well to see if it can really give me this leg, okay? So I'm just watching this leg. Can it give me this leg? By the way, it's not a buying opportunity. It's been a long. I don't look for this. As I found this one finally, I mean, just watching it. Can it work or not? We have already found a boom. I know it's 32 handles, something like that, 31 handles. But still, that is a boom. Boom is boom, right? He's speaking live. Come on. I think this butterfly is gonna be affected. Let's see. Still now I have nothing and Trump is speaking, so I'll wait a bit more before framing any trade, okay? How many likes did I get? Did I get 100 likes? Sorry, 50 likes? Of course, I'm sure. Thank you, sir. I was kidding, man. 100%. Thank you for supporting Tamibi. He's speaking live. Okay. Still now the market doesn't have any volatility. I don't think so. They are taking Trump seriously right now. When they are going to take Trump seriously. Man, if this butterfly really works this time, I'm gonna stop ICT concepts and we'll be back to butterfly again. Oh man, those days are awesome. To be honest, it is awesome. I didn't need to do anything. I had the indicator. I just don't remember what type of indicator was that. Something like butterfly indicator or something. I don't remember what was that. That indicator would draw all of this butterfly for me. My job was to push the button only. Anywhere I wanted to push the button, I could go for that. Either I have to look for the sell here, or I can take the buy here. I can take the sell here. I can take the buy here. Like one butterfly would provide me 3 to 4 entry opportunities. I miss those days. It was too easy. Trading was too easy. It's kind of like open the indicator and push the button. That's all. You don't need to worry about anything else. It's gonna be a winning trade for sure. Oh man. What? Uh, it's terrible in my opinion. Of course, man, it's terrible. I know that. I'm just saying in that moment, I studied 6 months, 4 months, 3 months, 5 months, a lot of study. Now I'm so confident. I'm going to build the money from this harmonic pattern or for the sake of the pattern way. It's too easy, right? So just put the indicator, go for the trade. That's all. You don't need to worry about anything else. Boom. By the way, harmonic pattern that this could be the entry because this low and that low they're very near to each other, right? This low and that low. It's a beautiful support zone here. It's a beautiful support. That could be the buy from this support zone by putting the stop loss below this zone. This high or that high could be the target. For the sake of this conversation, I'll target this high over here, not the full leg. So I'm going with the 50% of the, how to say this, like uh, wings. I think wings, right? 50% of the wing could be a nice target. What about head and shoulder? At the beginning, I found head and shoulder good, but later I got confused because head and shoulder is something like everywhere on the market. As everyone was using that head and shoulder. So I was thinking I need to go with something that is more accurate and more, I was thinking like that way. This is the only way to trade this market. I was not introduced by the ICT yet. And I think I was not, yeah. And then like all other things are highly used, but this butterfly was something unique. So I was really I mean, so confident about that butterfly. Of those days are awesome. However, if this butterfly is going to work, I'm going to stop doing ICT concepts from tomorrow and going for this butterfly from tomorrow. Okay, either it's not going to work, please don't push the button. The bearish market. Okay, this support zone doesn't have any value to me. This is gonna be my second trade for today. If it build and gap over here, I'll go for this trade with this gap. Entry is gonna be just below this gap. Stop loss is gonna be just above this gap, not huge because this gap should be unfilled. I wanna see this gap as an unfilled gap. Target is this sell side and it is for this gap should be unfilled, so my stop loss should be safe 1 or 2 tick above this unfilled gap. And either way, you can see it's just 19 handles, so I really don't care about that even if it doesn't work. All I need to see if I can get the entry opportunity. There is a high probability I'm not going to get the opportunity, or market is not going to give me the entry. There is a high probability I'm not going to get the entry because this should unfilled. That means most importantly, maybe this market is not even going to touch this gap. In that type of scenario, I have to actually push the button while this candle is going to close or this candle open went a bit higher. I should be in this trade. As it is highly volatile, I'm not going to take this risk, so I'll try to enter from the gap. If it take me, I'll go for this trade. If it doesn't take me, instead of that, build another gap over here. We'll try to take the entry from that gap, which is institutional order flow entry drill gap. In that type of scenario, maybe my stop loss is gonna be a bit bigger. So entry from there. If it doesn't go to the upper gap by this candle. should be here. Okay, I already got the entry. I don't need to worry about that. So this is the gap that should be unfilled. Market should not fill this gap 100%. That means my stop loss is safe just above this unfilled gap. And target is this sell side liquidity over here. At the same time, we'll see if I can find any. By the way, I'll see. It has closed this gap 100%. I didn't like it actually. For the first time, I'll get an opportunity. I'll try to move my stop loss as the gap has been closed 100%. It provide me any opportunities. I'll go for the trailing stop loss. I got stopped out. Unfortunately, got stopped out, which is 19 handle. I wanted to see this gap to be unfilled over here after trading all of these PDRs. That should be an unfilled gap. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. So my prediction was wrong about the unfilled gap. Instead of that, I'll see if it can provide, I mean, if it really fall. I can't re-enter over here because my entry was depending on that unfilled gap. As it has failed to leave it unfilled, I'm gonna let this go. If it was not an idea of the unfilled gap, then I could go for the trade from this highest up close body close candle, which I'm not going to take. So I'm gonna let this go. I'm not going to take this trade anymore. Okay, so going to take that loss, stopping over there. Not going to take another trade. Now you can say simply say that, brother, you could put your stop loss above that candle or above here. Now I was watching this gap to feel leave this gap open. At least one tick of this gap should be open. It didn't do that, so I got stopped out. If it was not that type of gap, then I could go for this trade from this candle over here, up close candle. I could go for the trade. This is the perfect time for falling. Okay, to be honest, the sell side liquidity is going to be cleared very soon now, but I'm not able to re-enter over here. I can gamble over here from this water block. I'm just not interested to gamble. Okay, to be honest, from this, just not interested to gamble over here. So let this go. See this candle, it's my entry. Then this, when this candle, it could be my entry. Exactly that candle could be my entry from this order block for this sell side liquidity. I'm just not taking it because my expectation was it will be unfilled gap. As it is not unfilled, I'm just not going to take this trade. I know it is going to give me the partial or everything, but I'm just wanted to catch the whole run. So like if I go for the partial, like 25 handles, is that like that, right? I think it will give me that partial at least. I believe so. It will give me the partial. Even if it failed to take that sell side liquidity, it will go for that partial, I believe. But I'm not going to take this trade as expectation didn't match. So I'm letting this go. See how kind I am. Letting them go. If you love someone, let them go. If they are really meant to you, they will be back to you. I'm letting them go. Sometimes it really hurts me a lot. Just this candle week doesn't need to come over here to stop me out. Sometimes it happens, and I feel started to feel like why I put my I didn't put my stop loss here. Why I didn't put my stop loss over here. And later I find out that okay, actually this is the best thing I should have done, and I have done the best thing. Sorry, not there. Where was that? Event. This is the best thing I could have done, and I have done the best thing. Stop loss got me. I'm absolutely okay with that. Let the fall go. I don't care I'm missing the trade or not. I was expecting something that didn't happen. I'm not interested to hold that trade or something like that. If this gap was unfilled, everything would be matched. Even if I got stopped out because of my trailing stop loss, I would go for the re-entry from this order block. If this market could leave this gap open, at least for one tick or something like that, I would go for this trade without any sort of confusion, without any kind of, oh, this is now bullish market. No, nothing like that way. Even if it failed to clear that sell side liquidity, I know it will give me that partial, at least 1:1 partial. It will give me that. Still, the expectation didn't match. I'm not going to go for this trade. Does it make any sense to you guys? I believe this unfilled gap is going to be created now. It's gonna be the gap that market is going to leave open. This is a very hard situation because the market is hard. Otherwise, I was cool with this trade. It will leave this gap open if it really would love to go for the sell side liquidity right now. You'll be able to see that in a moment. Fix do the damage bodies stayed inside the farewell gap doesn't matter, brother. If I was expecting this should be unfilled, that means weak even can't fill this gap 100%. There should be one tick open. That means weak even are not able to close this gap open. You will understand that in a moment on this gap. In a moment. Just a second. If this market is really interested for this sell side liquidity over here, it's not going to fill this gap 100%. It can trade this gap, it can trade the 50%, it can trade the upper quadrant, it can trade very near to the top, but can't close this gap 100%. The best case of scenario, it's not even going to touch this gap. This gap is not even going to be touched by the market. That is the best case of scenario. If the market is interested to clear this sell side liquidity, not only this sell side liquidity, but also this gap over here until to the top of this gap, you'll see how this unfilled gap is going to work. So that was the exact expectation here I had, that market is not going to close this gap 100%. Unfortunately, it closed it 100%. I got a stupid out. I'm going to let this go. Expectation didn't match. Unfortunately. If this gap is closed, you will see another liquidity run. If this gap is closed, you will see another liquidity run. If this gap is not closed, this sell side liquidity will be cleared without any kind of confusion. Any kind of confusion, this is going to be cleared. Not only going to clear this line, it's going to touch this top area as well, which is the only bullish fair value gap from the hourly chart. तू भी जो बादल तेरे मन मैंने this line is the midnight open over here. This line is the midnight open. Look over here. It trade this gap absolutely okay. It can trade the 50%, it can trade the upper quadrant, it can trade very near to the high, but the gap will be open. Still, this portion of this gap is still open. See here, this is still open. It has to leave this open if it is interested to go for this sell side liquidity before taking any sort of buy side liquidity or swing high, before clearing them. If it is really interested for this sell side liquidity, this gap has to open even if a portion. Look at the bodies. Not even any body came inside this gap, but weak, right? I don't care about the weak. The gap has to be open by everything. It should be open. It's gonna work as a breakaway gap. That is the unfilled gap after the word block trade perfectly. So over here, if you take a closer look, This highest up close body close candles here. One, two, three, four. These candles are my order block has been validated by this candle over here. After building this order block, this candle trade that order block 100%. This order block. That was the gap I was interested to see to unfill. It left this sell side open. That means it is more interested to clear some sort of buy side liquid. That's why it fill this gap 100%. I believe so. Or if this market is really interested to fill the gap 100% then fall, then that's a different matter. But when this gap is closed 100%, this high is obvious to me over here. That high is obvious to me because market doesn't want to go for this sell side liquidity right now. It needs to wait some more minute before going for this sell side liquidity. That's why it's leave the it's closed that gap 100%. It's not interested for this sell side liquidity right now. Unless this is actually intentionally closing the gap 100% by today. Okay, so this if it is today's price action and market is really interested to close this gap 100% before going for the sell side liquidity. If it is happening today, then it's absolutely different matter. But otherwise, when this gap is closed 100%, it means market is more interested to take the swing high before going for the sell side liquidity. This sell side liquidity is not on the queue right now. All the swing high market left on its left, it's gonna be more important. So market will first go for this liquidity, whatever swing high it left, it will go for them. Later, it will fall for this sell side. It means that it's going to give me another opportunity to go for the trade. It means that I'm waiting for a breaker block to take the sell, something like that. So if the unfilled gap is closed, it means market is going to offer me the breaker block. I am long NQ24832 entry point 832. Congratulations, brother, for your long. I'm not bullish, so I'm not taking any sort of buy. I'm only interested to take the sell. It should go higher at first so that see this relatively equal highs, this high and that high, they're the relatively equal highs. So this buy side liquidity should be cleared. Market will go a bit higher or maybe it will build a breaker block here to take another sell for this sell side liquidity. So if I see the unfilled gap is filled 100%, I get happy because now I know that I'm going to get the opportunity to take the entry from the breaker block. If it provide me that opportunity. However, guys, how was the day for you? Let me know. Don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel, whoever is new over here. Why is everyone so quiet? Dora, are you here? Sophia, are you here? FL Trader, who is here? Why everyone is so quiet? This is a good price action. Come on, guys. This is an awesome price action. Not sure, brother. Oh man. Yeah, I'm thinking about the market and I'm thinking about the human psychology right now. What do I want to do? Should I go for buy or should I go for sell? What should I do? This is the best area not to touch your real money or the funded account. I'm little red. It's absolutely okay, Jamil. The day you will see the red and you will try to understand that, sorry, you will try to mitigate your red to green. That's the day gonna be your glowing account day. So some days with little red, you are not the the market maker. So you don't need to make every day green. It's a small red, let it be red. No problem, brother. Next day is the great opportunity. It's gonna be a great opportunity. I wish it wouldn't hit me over here. I wish it wouldn't hit me over here. That could be an awesome trade, to be honest, from this gap. Unfortunately, it stopped me out, and then just by tick, it stopped me out and then fall. That's bad luck, I will say, like that way, because that should be unfilled gap. Market didn't leave it as an unfilled, as well as it didn't build any breaker block. So any higher high, I can't see over here. If I even had that, maybe I would go for that breaker block entry. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. So this small imperfection of the price stopped me out from the journey. Even like from everywhere, to be honest. This is that hourly bullish gap. So market tapped to this hourly last bullish gap. This is the daily volume imbalance. At least it will come over here. I was expecting came over here. Unfortunately, it didn't take me, but it's okay. However, if there is anyone who got the boom over here, congratulations for you. If you didn't get a stop out like me, no trades. Wow, that's good. Target smashed, done for today. Congratulations and Q Slayer. Sophia, thanks for that green love, sister. I'm green. I took the earlier trade fully at partial, not trusting this market. The more you will be, like what to say, I mean, the more you will be conservative, the more you will be safer. Straight 50-minute last fair value. Oh, okay, sorry, this is the 50-minute last fair value gap. Yeah, I just forgot which gap is that. Yeah, that is the 50-minute gap. Did I mark it from the 50-minute chart or the hourly chart? I think I have marked it from the hourly chart. Yeah, that's the hourly last fair value gap. I actually marked it from the hourly chart, but for the 15-minute chart, I have another gap over here. I saw for him. Yeah, that's the gap. This whole gap over here. That's the gap holding the market. I have this gap over here. I have this gap over here. I have a lot of gap from 50-minute chart. A lot of gap. Just see this price action over here. I have a lot of gap over here. From 15 minutes, it's too messy. I would love to use the hourly chart. This is the only gap. So there is fake breakout. One candle has, you see here, perfectly respect. This first time it gave me some sort of fake breakout. So let's see if it can break this gap one more time. So today's market, this is that gap plus the volume imbalance. So the new week opening gap, market open, went higher, cleared this relatively equal high, straight this volume imbalance, as well as this bearish gap, consequent crossment rejection, low rejection, sent the market lower. Market is going to fall. Sell side liquidity here, sell side liquidity there. That's the case of scenario, and this is how this market is going to work. And yeah, right now have to wait to see how the hourly candle is going to close. So after 4 minutes, this hourly candle is going to close. If it can close below this zone here, then I'll keep looking for the selling opportunity. If it failed to close below this zone, I'll wait for some sort of reaction at first before falling again, depending on the market close from the hourly candle within 4 minutes. Okay, no trade today. Congratulations, Sharada. By the way, we read the market in a better way, right? I mean, it's not that bad the way we read the market. Our prediction was wrong over here about the unfilled gap. Just because of that, we missed this leg, however. But the prediction was almost good, not bad, right? In my opinion. Nobody's subscribing today, and I'm not getting likes. I'm not getting any beautiful things from anyone. So I think I should close the stream. And I'm going to do that because everyone is very quiet. They don't have the energy. They have no prediction, no buy, no sell. It feels like I'm treating myself. Sorry, I'm staying in a ghost field. Everyone is ghost over here. I'm the only one who is living the life. So yeah, I will prefer to close the stream. To be honest, I'm fed up with this silence. Just make sure you're be careful, okay? I'll just wait for 2 more minutes to see how this hourly candle is going to close. I'm sad. Why you was sad, sister? Why you was sad? I'm coming to UK. So when you was sad, bring all of your question, gather them. I'm gonna make sure that the sadness is going like it's going to leave you for forever. All the price action sadness, okay? They're going to leave you forever. So no point in being here if no market reading. Yeah, absolutely, it's true, sister. No point in being here if no market reading. Absolutely. You predicted very well for a bear market. Thank you so much, Short Week 7. My funded account is screaming. I should be quiet. This is the market like an screaming market. It's not bad for this small consolidation. It's bad because this small consolidation is 100 handle, 200 handle, something like that. From here to here, it's near about 72 handle. This small consolidation over here, it's kind of like that, the kind of 80, 90, 100 handle, something like that. 100 and something like that. This small consolidation is huge and highly volatile. That's the problem. Otherwise, I wouldn't need to think about this market. If I'm trading a normal market, let me tell you guys, and tell me if I'm breaking any of my word, or whatever I told here, if I'm just switching any of my word, tell me, okay? First, this market open, went higher, trade the new week opening gap, trade the 50% of the opening gap. Then I saw this market structure shift. I told that now it's time to look for the sell from this gap over here, not from that gap, not from this gap. It's time to look for the sell from this gap over here. I'd love to take the sell from here without any kind of confusion. This is my best 22 YT model. I'd love to go for the trade over here. Stop loss above there. I don't care about your stop loss or everything, okay? Target is this gap. I don't care how far it will fall, but at least this gap, which is gonna be 1 is to 1.5, something like that. However, this one, okay? So I'll try to take partial around 1 is to 1. We'll hold the trade as long as it will fall. First trade. Now I told that I'm not able to take this trade because the stop loss is gonna be too big. Even if I would love to put it here, which is going to cover this breakaway gap, just the breakaway gap, it's still like 68 handle, right? Still 68 handle. I can't take this trade. So what I will do, I will wait for an order block to take an smaller entry opportunity. Where is your highest up close body close candle? Mark that candle, extend it to your right. That's gonna be your order block. Here, that is the candle that has validated this order block. Now it takes actually too long time. Forget about that because it takes too long time. In that type of scenario, we don't push the button actually from this type of order block. But when it came here and built the order block, that's gonna be my next trade from this order block. Tell me if I'm lying or if I'm doing anything. Why I'm not able to trade this market? Because of the volatility. Stop loss at least two handle above this order block. So this is the order block high is here. I don't care about this swing high. All I care about this line over here. Is my stop loss protected by two handle or two tick of this high? Yes, sir. Same target, sell side liquidity, and this hourly last FBZ. Next trade from this order block from here to here. Entry from entry gap. entry from order block from that area. Now I was not able to take this on as well. It was almost 1 is to 1.5 again. 1 is to 1 partial. Hold the trade as long as maybe you're going to hold it here and going to get your boom. I don't care. After trading this order block, I found this gap open. It should be open over there. It was my expectation it's gonna be open by the third candle. It has been closed 100%. So I was interested to take the sell from here by expecting this is going to be open gap. So market is going to leave this gap open. Unfortunately, market didn't leave this gap open. It closed this gap open. So it's not the gap yet for me. Then I found this gap. It's not the gap yet for me. Why? Because market didn't leave this area. It has to leave that area. It didn't leave that area. It closed this gap. And finally, this is the gap that market leave. I needed this gap. If I get this gap, you will see the falling knife after founding this gap. Why this not? Why that not? Because this third, fourth candle has closed this gap 100%. 1, 2, 3, 4. Within 4 candle, close this gap 100%. I don't want to see that. I didn't know that it's going to close it like that way. I didn't know that it is going to close like that way. I want to see it like this way. See the next candle even failed to trade this gap. This is the unfilled gap. If you ever see this gap, you will see this kind of price action over here. See here what happened. Fall, consolidation. Fall, consolidation. What you are seeing after this gap. Is there any consolidation after this unfilled gap, or is it a falling knife? It is a falling knife after getting this gap. So unfortunately, I was expecting this is gonna be that gap. This gap is going to happen over here. So what I have done, I framed another trade from this gap by knowing that maybe I'm going to miss this trade. Maybe market is not going to push, tap me like here. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it did. So I took my risk from here. Why should be my stop loss above this candle? Of course not, because this candle built this gap. No, just above this gap, plus one or two handles, something like that. Okay, so because even if you get stopped out, you're not going to. I mean, just by any chance, maybe this market just overreacted. Like these things is going to happen. Very rare, but if it really would love to happen, I'm not going to get stopped out. That's why I just didn't put my stop loss above here. Instead, I'll just put it a bit higher, like 19 handles so far I remember. Here somewhere. I just put it a bit higher. We did the damage. Boom, boom, boom. Then order block. Because it was not that unfilled gap. Market was interested to build it here. Trade the highest up close body close candle so beautifully from the order block. New order block. Stop loss above the order block, wherever the order block highs. This market is not kind of like market. I'm not able to read this market. The only problem with this market is the volatility. If I would love to take the entry from this order block, I have to take a 64 handle risk. If I would love to take an entry from here, I have to take 68 handle risk. Now I can't really risk that much, but people actually do that. So I was able to read this market in a right way, but I was not able to push the button or able to frame the trade because of the volatility. Because I know if I frame the trade from here and put my stop loss over here by covering the break mean threshold of this order block, and this will happen, I'll get stopped out. I know I have to take re-entry while this is going to close below this order block. I have to take re-entry over here. Most of you will not understand this fact over here. Why did you get stopped out, brother? Because I was not able to put my stop loss above this high. That's why I covered just the mean threshold. Or I will try to take the entry from the mean threshold by putting the stop loss above that high. I have to do any of them, which is both of them are risky. So this is the market, okay? And I believe it according to the price action. Again, I repeat, according to the price action, it should keep falling. Take that sell side liquidity. I don't want to see that. If I'm wrong here, trust me, man, I'll be the happiest person in this world. If it failed to take this sell side liquidity and it proves me wrong, go higher, close above this area, and then keep going higher. Like at least close above this gap. I'll be the happiest person in this world to be wrong over here. Because if this sell side liquidity is taken, my whole prediction from the beginning, exactly from that leg, everything is gonna be broken. So this is a really a long time I'm watching them. So it's kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, almost 14 week. So near about 3 months, this low is protected for me. So after three to 4 months, it's going to clear that sell side liquidity is very, it really hurts. Okay, it really hurts. So I really don't want to see this liquidity to be taken. But price action is telling me keep looking for sell, keep looking for sell, keep looking for sell. Anytime market will go higher, let this day go. This market is going to fall for this sell side liquidity. My only true friend is this volume imbalance. I believe this volume imbalance will prove me wrong and send the market higher. I wish it will do that. Otherwise, like even if I don't want to take the sell, but I have to take the sell because this is a bearish market. The price action is telling me I am bearish. I'm bearish. Take me, take me, take me. Go for sell, go for sell, go for sell. No more buy, no more buy, no more buy. As long as I'm not going to close above this gap, or I'm not even this sell side liquidity, because if this sell side liquidity is taken, this is going for this sell side liquidity, and finally there is a gap. There market will come over here. It's a long term fall actually, not kind of like take the liquidity, start to go higher, something like that. I don't believe it's gonna work like that way. Instead of that, it will keep falling for this sell side liquidity here, and for finally there is a volume imbalance. If you go to your NQ1 chart, you'll be able to see this in a very beautiful way. Sell side liquidity here, plain lows over here. Finally, this volume imbalance, small volume imbalance. This sorry, not volume imbalance, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. This is gonna be my target actually if this low is taken. So while this market will take this low, it will not going to stop over here. It will keep falling to take this sell side liquidity, and the nearest resting place is over here. On the weekly chart, I mean, I have to adjust it from the chart. So it is the resting place. So as long as it's not coming here, and finally, if it can break this one, this volume balance, which is actually the extreme target. So even if this market really would love to extremely bearish, this is the last final destination. After this, it has to reverse. There is no other way. It has to reverse. Right now, if this low is taken, this is going to take this sell side liquidity, more importantly over here. That's the target for this market. If it really would love to fall and take that liquidity. Otherwise, this is not a good market in my opinion. And Friday was disaster. Even I can trade here. I was not able to trade on Friday, last Friday. When the price was here, I was not able to trade this market, to be honest. It has what it has done. This is the really weird things actually. Market has done last Friday. Remember this sell side liquidity over here around this area? Extremely sell side liquidity, and this clean lows over here. This two low from 1 minute chart. It was absolutely clean lows. If you guys remember, I just marked it here. Clean lows and the extreme liquidity. So it was very predicted. Placed it down close, body close candle, order block. Trade took that liquidity, obvious liquidity, sorry, clean lows, and then the extreme lows has been cleared, perfectly rejected from there. Came here, take that relatively equal highs over here, or clean highs from your lower time frame has been cleared over here. Sell side has been cleared, buy side has been cleared, and then I have already explained how this is going to fall today and how far it can trade above, and then market will start to fall. But if you ask me about this Friday, last Friday, I will just simply say that it's the market, I'm not able to touch it. It's the market that I can't touch it. I will never be able to touch it. And if I, the more I will try to trade it, the more I will lose over here. Friday price action around 9:30, market fall, took that liquidity exactly at 9:30, extremely bullish until here, and then retraced to this gap, which is absolutely a bullshit area for framing any type of buy. Then leaving this liquidity open here, here, come here. This is the highly volatile bull run, highly volatile retracement, highly volatile consolidation. Like look at this, look at this, look at this. Nobody knew that it is going to reverse from there, right? After seeing all of this back and jack, back and jack, back and jack, and finally boom, everything over here. Whoever actually got the boom, you really congratulations because you got it. But for me, it's difficult market. মা আচ্ছা ঠিক ঠিক আছে. So leave this sales and liquidity open over there, trade it. This gap finally has been traded. Maybe if I were here, I would talk about this order block. I was thinking, okay, I was watching this market as an hindsight. I would look for the order block here because I didn't watch it in live. মা শুনছি আম্মা. I would maybe think about an order block entry, but as an hindsight, okay, to be honest, I didn't even open my chart. That could be my water block, but market actually missed this entry, never fall for this water block over here, so it missed it, the water block. Even if I were here, maybe I would read all some of your bad comment. I would blow my mind and I would force myself to frame some trade, and I would take some losing trade. That was the only thing I could do if I were here on Friday. Or if I wanted to look for in or just the sell, for example, not buying opportunity, just to look for the sell. Until there was no selling opportunity. All this area, no selling opportunity, no selling opportunity, nothing over here. At least something should be there. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Simply the weird price action ever. Just look at this price action. It is the weird price action ever. I know some of you has been maybe traded this market, but for me it was absolutely not touchable market. I can't touch this market. Sometimes this, oh man, disaster. That's all for here. And as I showed you from the weekly chart, I'm believing this market is coming over here. I would be happy if I would be wrong and market started to go higher again. That would be the best case of scenario for me. I'd be very happy to think about bullishness instead of the bearishness. Unfortunately, this is extremely bearish and market is telling me that I'm bearish. Well, it came to this volume imbalance. Don't try to look for any sort of selling opportunity. It's just an advice, okay? Also, the 50% of the weekly week. Go to your weekly chart and mark that week I showed you. That is the 50% over here. That is the lower quadrant and low of this week. Yeah, overall, part of the process, absolutely, brother. Okay, I'm not feeling good. I'm not seeing the lot of energy over here. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, guys. Just gonna close the stream. I'm not feeling good. No, I'm not feeling. I'm feeling good, but you guys are not feeling good. I guess you don't have energy left, any energy left. So we'll see you tomorrow. And until then, cheers, guys.